Let me go get my tea. It's over here in the kitchen. And let's talk about stuff because the things I want to talk about. And oh yeah, my phone, so I can read the comments. Like I'm really looking forward to reading some of the comments from earlier. I'll put my cup down. Oh, wait a minute. You got your cord wrapped around in a knot. Yeah, I know. I see that. So, for those of you who don't know why I got so upset today, I'm going to make it simple. We have people on my YouTube channel that have a habit of pushing my buttons. And as much as I would love to give names, I'm going to be respectful and not give names. Okay? Because technically, it's not the names that matter. It has to do with the attitude involved. Okay? So the first thing is, I was watching some of the people judging. Turn the volume down. Right, I will. Okay. So anyway, I like I said, I just wanted to try to explain a couple things to you guys. And one of the things is I'm trying to. That's the DVR function. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna get this thing up to date here. Okay. And so I wanted to try to explain that today we have a group of people on my channel that were constantly trying to create headaches, everybody. And I made me very angry. Some of these people are terrible because they're judging people. And you don't know me. You don't know the individual behind the camera. What you know about me is nothing. You assume a certain concept. Maybe because you've been told things by other people which are not based on truth. So let me explain my story and then we'll get to the comments. I'm sure we have comments, or we're going to have comments. When I started YouTube, one of the things I intended here was to provide an informative resource for helping people to understand the world around us, which is what I wanted to do, which I still focus on trying to do. There's a lot of people that do appreciate the effort I put into the videos. A couple years ago, Kiwi Farms grabbed onto my unique nature of my channel and started to make fun of me And all of a sudden came with that was a group of people that thought my channel was just for fun and games, and that I cannot cover any serious topics. Well, that's not really fair because that's not what the channel was for. The channel was to cover real world issues. And yet, you listen to them today and it's like, oh, well, everybody says you do this or you do that, or you're this evil monster and you're not really a nice person and all that. And that's not true. I have multiple handicaps. I am doing my best to do everyday things like everybody else is. During this pandemic, for example, my whole life is going up in smoke. There's nothing normal. You go on the bus, it's a death sentence because everybody potentially could end up on the bus next to somebody who has the virus, and then you might get it, and then you're gonna end up realizing that you're risking your life just to go get a loaf of bread at the store or something. And so I tried really hard to find a balance. Now, normally I'm pretty much a homebody anyway, so normally that's not a problem. I'm a homebody, which is fine. But the sad truth is at the same time, people don't really know me, and then they're assuming that I'm this monstrosity and evil person or whatever. Right now, I'm trying to make sure I see if this thing's showing me the comments here. Phone here. Right now, I don't have any watchers yet. That doesn't surprise me. But the biggest thing is that there are people who like to prey on other people for their delights and entertainment. And the problem is, in doing that, is it makes the person in front of the camera feel awful about themselves. A lot of people think we ham it up for the show and we try to be funny or act a certain way for ratings, which some do, okay? But not all. But I just find it sad that I'm being attacked because people find me unusual. Some people have no idea of anything about me at all. They have no clue what I do. They don't have no clue of what I'm interested in. They have no clue anything about the person. Oh, they're going by things just like hearsay. And they judge people accordingly by hearsay. Okay? Which is stupid because instead of actually asking me and try to become my friend, let's take a look at one person, a couple of people that have actually gotten to know me pretty well. Not to say that we don't have our differences, because we do, but for the most part, me and this one individual named Research gotten to know each other pretty well, and we've covered things on and off the channel. Okay. The newest issue with the latest person, Louis McKim, I don't understand what your beef is. I really don't get it. You yourself, to my knowledge, don't really know me that well. All you know is what you've read about me. I don't tell everybody about every last detail of my life. I don't. Trust me. I'd bore you to tears. It's not even that exciting. Okay? But no one seems to think, gee, Michelle's a pretty useful, nice person overall and should be treated with respect. Thank you. But it doesn't seem like too many people really do want to treat me with respect anymore. And because a lot of it is because people assume that they know who I am or what I am or why I'm here. Here it is, it's something like 5 something in the morning, 5:40 in the morning, and I'm doing a video because I'm upset. And I wanted to try to be a polite way and try to explain some of my feelings. We're living in a very uncertain times right now. The pandemic caused significant changes to our lives. Now, I know that some say Aquarians like change. Excuse me, let me give you a wake-up call. I may be a sun sign of Aquarius, but I do not like these kind of changes that we're seeing right now in this world. I do not like the fact is that you have to have a mask as a fashion accessory to go out in public. I don't like the fact that I have to be 6 foot apart from the next person in line at the register. I don't like the fact is that a lot of the supplies I would normally be able to get at the store are either rationed or they don't have enough of it because they sold out. It's uncomfortable. And it's also uncomfortable because you know you can't do much about it. Except the old saying, grin and bear it comes to mind because you don't have a choice. You can't help it. Okay? The world is not the same as it was last year even. Now, I'm not saying that the Democratic Party hasn't made some changes to the world that have been stressful, given the situation and the crisis. The problem is, at the same time, where is there instability? There isn't any. The world is not stable anymore. Because of the pandemic, many food products are hard to get and in short supply. If you want to get things like meat, the meat industry has been devastated, for example. You want a double cheeseburger? Well, there's a shortage of beef. Or the beef that's out there is gotten to be extremely expensive. Vegetables are falling behind too in availability. There's not an infinite amount of food out there. Don't forget the crop failures of 2017 and 2018. Do you think that this problem ended in 2020? We haven't even really got much planting done yet for a lot of it in agriculture fields. What's the crops gonna be like in October when they farm the fields? If farmers can't get the product to market, they're gonna throw it away. Okay, that's a sad reality. I give thanks and praise to the truckers and the others in the industry that have been going out of their way to put the products on the table for us, despite all the regulations and rules and the dangers of shipping products, of potentially getting this virus themselves and succumbing to it. I appreciate the many men and women who are in the first responders dealing with emergencies that are risking their lives every day because you have no idea what you're going to expect when you go to a scene. Or the medical doctors and the nurses in the hospital that are trying to bam this to save a patient's life, to make sure that a patient has a chance to be with their loved ones. And the medical researchers that have been taking time to find new products and new medications that may help to alleviate the symptoms or cure the virus. I thank you all for doing all that. I have nothing against you guys. Simplify, carry on. But it's the ones that are attacking my channel that attack me I'm upset with. As I said earlier, many of you have never got to know me. I don't like to deal with the phones because I have to listen to the crank calls, the harassments, the excuses. A few people have my personal private phone number and I talk to them on and off the show. Okay? And they know me better because they got a chance to talk to me in private and they know that I am a very, very emotional person. Even if I don't always act well on camera, it's not because I'm a bad person. Because the truth is, I care about you. I care about the well-being of the people around me. Sometimes with my eyesight and hearing, it may seem like I don't, but I do. And the thing that bothers me is so many people are judgmental and saying I'm all these horrible things when they don't even know anything of what I do or my concerns or my fears. Some of my personal fears, for example, is how long before my knee is to the point where I can walk comfortably without the fear of falling. Oh, that's happening now. It's getting better. How long before my cat recovers? I got a feeling my poor kitty's being beat up by somebody outside. That's why I closed the window. And I decided that the cat's not going out because somebody is beating on my cat. I'm looking at the injuries he has, and it looks like somebody has been beating up my cat. I'm talking about Fame. Rusty is fine. Okay? I'm doing my best to try to treat. Now I find out, like I said, he has a couple combinations of problems. One of them is an ear injury, which he had 2 ear issues. Originally had a polyp in his right ear, and now he's got something going on in his left ear. Every day, I treat that multiple times with hydrogen peroxide and antibiotic ointment cream like this one here, specifically to make sure that he doesn't get a secondary infection. Now, you guys think I'm a cold, calculating person that doesn't have emotions. Let me tell you something. I have feelings, guys. I put a lot of my effort into everything I do. Not saying I'm perfect, because I'm not. Okay, I'll admit it. And I am very much like a Virgo in the sense that I actually am harder on myself than I'm harder on you. Always trying to be better and try to do better and try to live a better life and pushing the envelope to try to excel and exceed my original goals. That's what I do. Now, some of you guys may not believe me. That's fine. But because you don't know me that well. But I'll tell you right now, I damn well am trying to do my best I can, despite a knee injury, bad eyesight, bad hearing. And I'm doing the best I can to provide for my needs for my pets and myself. Some of you got mad because I got $1,200 stimulus. For example, let me tell you something. I have done everything I can, a reason to use that money for paying off my bills as best I can. Remember, when I came back, a lot of my stuff was missing. I had to basically had to restock, and a lot of things that are still missing. For example, my development tank from my film is gone. Nobody knows where it is. My measuring cups are gone. My thermometer I use for the darkroom is gone. I have to buy a new magnifying glass to replace the one that's gone. I decided to buy a 32x one instead of a 5x because I figured the extra power could be useful. And that's the truth. I don't have a lot of people I can call when I need help. And the ones I do know are always asking for money in the process. There is exceptions, okay? And they do exist. There are some exceptions. Some people will help me regardless. But it's just, I really wish people got to know me better. Here I am. It's this time in the morning, and of course, there's nobody here. Not surprisingly. Maybe tomorrow or later today, this video will be watched. I am not the monster you think I am. I am not the beast from the East that has known to cause harm or injury to people. I am not so trite and selfish that I can't see the needs of the other people. I see the problems around me, and sometimes I don't even know how to begin to help you with yours. Because I'm trying to worry about doing the best of myself. There's an old saying that applies. Fix your own problems first, and then you can deal with other people's problems. It's that simple. So the point I'm trying to say, guys, is don't judge me and say I'm a bad person because of my injuries or because of the way I act or the way I talk. Because the truth is, I don't mean to be a bad person. And if there's anything I want in my dear life, and I did, is I wanted to start over with this channel and try to make things better. I don't know how we can do that, considering that nobody wants to do anything. By the way, I tried to clean these fingernails off with rubbing alcohol, and the fingernails didn't come off with rubbing alcohol. So I'm thinking I might have to just either let these grow out or maybe buy some nail polish remover and see if I can get off with nail polish remover, because this isn't coming off with rubbing alcohol at all. Somebody said, Big Ice Self said me suggest trying get something like what was it? Hair Oops, something like that. It's designed to lift color off your hair. Oh, I don't want to use it on my hair. I want to use it on my nails. I gotta get something. Because obviously, like I said, rubbing alcohol didn't do nothing. And maybe standard acetone nail polish remover would do the job. Which I want to get anyway, and I want to eventually give myself a manicure and try to make these nails look better, try to file them and make them look nicer, because they're a bit of a mess. But I've been ever since this lockdown in March. My life has not been normal, and like Lemmy said, this is the new normal. Yeah. 103 years ago, there was 102 years ago, there was a Spanish flu epidemic. Compared to then, we have a better idea what to do with it. But it doesn't make it any easier, because we now know it would be very easy to get this nasty thing. The next topic is more of a generic message in regards for all the YouTubers out there that are content creators. Many of you guys have went through this. You put your best foot forward. You work hard on your videos. You reach out to your audiences. You try to teach them and try to share things with them. You take the time to address your concerns with them. And some of your audience respects everything that you do and that the effort that you put in. But then there's a few audiences members that don't. And they get under your skin and they just absolutely make you miserable. Some say to block them outright. Some say just ignore them. But my main question is why are they even doing it? First thing I come up with is the same answer that when it comes up with me. They're bored. They don't have anything in their lives to do. They have nothing to do in their lives. They are doing it for the kicks and for the jollies of trying to make them feel better about their situation. A lot of them are just as desperate and just as frustrated as me. It's not fair, though. It really isn't. I just wish I wasn't treated so badly by these people. As you probably notice on the screen here, the colors of the camera is pretty good right now, but it's not exactly perfect. I might need to make some more adjustments to the equipment, but for now it's working okay. Now, so the first question is, for those who are trying to be mean for kicks, is why are you doing this to me? Why are you hurting us? Why have you chosen to be mean to everybody? Don't you realize that there's a human being in front of the camera just like you are? I don't cover everything in my life on camera. I like to keep a lot of my life secret, private, quiet. Because, for one thing, my life is not a panacea, despite what they may tell you. I'm a living, breathing human being, struggling with the same everyday life as you are. It's too bad that you don't understand the humanity and the true nature of what's going on in my world. It's too bad that so many of you guys never could understand why I do the things that I do. But you know what? I'm doing the best I can, despite the hardships in my life. I just wish that I was treated a bit better by some of you. Many more of you treat me halfway decent. And for those of you that treat me decent, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I like telling you the truth of what's going on in the world. And I like when I'm able to have a positive discussion about those topics. Now, as far as why Pop wanted me to bring up the Cuban CDR, I don't really think a large majority of people on my channel are really interested in that topic. And even if he says, was it Cuban Defense Revolution? The thing of the matter is that I don't think most people honestly really care about the CDR. And so why should I bring up something that's not going to help my audience when I know that they're not interested? It's kind of a shame that there's no one in here right now, but that's okay. That's okay. I know somebody will watch this in the morning. So we're going to have a live stream. I wanted to do it on the couch, like I'm doing right now. But is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Or am I just wasting my time? Because, like I said, I'm being treated as this horrible person that is almost as bad as public enemy number one. I don't know who that is now, but the point of the matter is, I didn't do anything to anybody. Okay? I just wish I knew why I was being treated so much disregard. Well, anyway, I guess that's just about it. I'm going to go check on the computer in the other area and see if there's any comments, but I didn't see any on my phone. I don't think there is any. But, like I said, please don't judge me, guys, okay? I'm trying my best. The same as you. I'm trying my best to make the best I can happen. I'm sorry if you don't like what I represent. I don't know what I represent to you. But, like I said, you don't even know me. I mean, all you know about me is what? Some hearsay? I gotta make more tea. Anyway, so let's go check and see if there's any comments on the computer. And by the way, I want you to know that I'm not the monster you think of when we talk about my cat and all that. I do think something's going on. I think somebody has been teasing my cat and hurting my cat. That's why I'm going to have him stay in the house now, because I think that there's somebody going out and around town causing him injury, because some of the stuff that's happening to him is just downright weird. So I'm going to keep him in the house for now, because I am concerned about my cafe, because he's 18 years old. You know, he's not a kitten. And he's he's getting older, and I'm just worried about him. You know, people don't think I care. I do care a lot. But let's go check the computer and see if there's any comments on the computer. Make some more tea at the same time. So let me go switch the camera over to the other camera here. And I'm turning this other microphone on, turn the other microphone off, so you can hear me on this microphone. All right, so let me go ahead and make some more tea, and then I pretty much gave up drinking coffee for the most part because my stomach doesn't seem to like coffee that much, and I wait for that water to get hot. And some tea, and then it's my tea bags. Oh, there they are. Stupid hot water takes a long time to come out from the basement, that's for sure. So, but you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I say okay. Here it comes. A lot of pipes in the basement. Yeah, I know. It's got to be warm to steep, but not. It doesn't have to be scalding hot. Let's see. Make some tea. All right, so I'm gonna let this steep a little bit. But like I said, I've been talking a lot with Pop, and like I'm not really. Sometimes he's hard to handle, even in private conversations. But that's Pop for you, you know. And he's whoops. Okay. So let's take a look and see if there's any comments. Well, I got 2 watchers now, guys. If you guys want to talk, you can talk. It's not just me talking. I should just turn the light off in the studio there, just because we're not in there right now. So let me go turn that light off. So those things are drawing 600 watts. I don't need to run out my electric bill. Let's see. Ugh. So, the two of you that are watching, I guess I could ask you some questions because I'm curious what you think about what I said earlier. Is that how many people don't really understand anything about me? So many people keep saying, "Oh, you're nothing important. You're just a boring person." Really? I don't think so. I mean, I try hard to do a good job and try to share people. And I'm judged because no, it's true that I could just as easily do the same back to you guys as is the Virgo nature. But I'm not going to do that because the Aquarius in me says it's not worth it. I don't want to judge anybody. I just want to have my life back to normal. Thanks to the virus, nobody's life is normal. It don't matter if it's mine or yours or whoever. Your life is not normal. Okay? Because everything is wrong now, okay? Everything is wrong with the world around you. Being hypercritical of a YouTuber that's trying to make a difference isn't fair to me or to you or to anyone else. Why do you have to be so hypercritical? Remember, we take our time out of our days to talk to you, to share with you, to learn from you, and to help share with you. It's kind of mutual. It's mutually exclusive. We do both. I talk to you, you talk to me. And we should be having a dialogue. We should be able to have a dialogue. And that's absolutely true. We should have a dialogue. But that also means that putting your prejudices aside, because there's no way I can have a dialogue with somebody who doesn't want to actually listen. That's not a dialogue, that's a monologue. Okay? As far as the phone calls go and the shows, I have to be honest with you. The phone calls are a pain in the ass, and they do not help me or you at all. They really don't. Because the few phone calls I've had that were legitimate, and there were very few of them, the rest of them being basically people playing music and games and jokes, and does not even care about who I am or what I feel down in my spirit. Of course, I'm filtering out phone calls now. I don't have a choice. I really don't. So, sorry if that upsets you, but damn it, I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, my character is being assassinated by somebody who thinks it's so fun to do that to somebody and to make them feel bad and make the self-esteem feel like garbage. Why? Why? That's the question. I'm just gonna fix my desk here. Why are you doing that to people? Why do you decide to destroy a person's character? I don't do that to you. I really don't. And I don't understand why I'm being attacked because what? Because I'm different? Because I do things differently? Oh, that's kind of a stupid reason. That, I digress. No one seems to give a shit. Michelle's just different. Well, sorry. Actually, I could say, sorry, I'm not sorry. Actually, you know what? You're not sorry either. Those of you that are doing this to cause me harm are not sorry for what you're doing. I know what you're doing, asshole. And frankly, I'm not happy about it. Now, that does not apply to those that have not tried to treat me badly. The ones that do respect me as a person, you're not the assholes. The ones that don't, or think everything's a game. Even one time I got so upset and I was crying on camera, and you still are treating me like assholes. Okay? Don't pretend like you don't remember that. Because I sure the hell do. Well, anyway, guys, we're going to be having a live stream at 1 o'clock today. Am I going to take phone calls? I don't know. But I sure the hell would like to know why people actually treat me with such disregard without even getting to know me. Let's talk about. Well, I'll answer. I will try my best to help you understand me as best I can, but you're going to have to also do me a favor and don't prejudge people. You don't know what my life is like. You don't even have a clue. Most of you, I would say most, do not know what it's like to have a broken kneecap. And then most of you who do know it's difficult to walk far. And you walk far because you have no choice, because you don't have a car. And so you have to get around because there is no choice. You're not going to want to ride a bus, get on that cootie factory. Do you really want to risk your life just to get a loaf of bread? I don't think so. I don't think you would. And I know I sure the hell wouldn't recommend it to anyone else. Because I do understand the dangers of what this virus will do to you. It'll eat your lungs out. That's what it does. It destroys the type 1 pneumocytes, and then it destroys the type 2 pneumocytes. And when it does that, your lungs become hard and they don't flex underneath the power of the diaphragm muscles. So you can't breathe. That's serious. Now, I know the recieve trials did well for the most part. But at this point, how well and how effective is recieve going to be on a large population? I don't know yet. They're still researching it. When is the state of Connecticut opening for phase 1? Rumor says originally the governor in Lamont said May 20th. He has not officially changed the day. Some governors are keeping their states closed for a whole extra month. For Connecticut, that pretty much is a month before we go into phase 1. So, keep that in mind. And also, as I said earlier, from the cat, veterinarians and medical doctors as well are not seeing patients in their offices unless it's an emergency or crisis situation. They're doing teleconferencing. Now, when I go get my blood work done for my thyroid and stuff, they send him the lab results of the blood draw, and then he's going to call me up on the phone, and we're going to be talking about my medical situation with the blood work. Thanks to the coronavirus, nothing is normal. Nothing is normal. Please keep that in mind. And there's nothing that is normal anymore. It's a sad truth, guys. Well, share these videos with your friends and families. Please do subscribe. It helps. And when you do click like, it helps because it recommends the video for other people on the YouTube algorithm. And I'll do my best in exchange to not be a thorn in your side. But I'm just saying is that I request the same thing in return. I mean, I understand that people want to have fun and people are seriously struggling to deal with their own lives. And I understand that some of you guys just need a comic relief. I understand that. I get it. I do. But sometimes we have to be serious too. All right, guys. That's it for now. I'll see you at 1 o'clock Eastern today. I don't know what time that is in other countries. Please check your local times and listings. But we will be at 1 o'clock today, this afternoon. So stay out of trouble, guys. Stay safe. Catch you later. Bye-bye.